Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. In today's show, Camera Tuesday, we're gonna talk about Canon EOS R50V. So let's dive deep into it. So what is this puppy? Well, this puppy is a low-cost APS-C camera. Basically, how I have Canon EOS 800D. Same thing as this. Mirrorless APS-C camera. Now, the core focus of this camera is strip out everything that is necessary for photography and just make it a dedicated video content maker camera. Let that be very clear. The target audience for this is video makers. And the price is two prices are available. $650, that is only for the mirrorless body, and you have $850 where you have a mirrorless body and a kit lens. And as of me making this video in India, India has price of around 80,000 rupees, which is body plus kit lens. I have no idea why the heck Canon is not showing just the body only, or maybe it will become available later, or maybe they not. I do not know. But as of now, 80,000 rupees with kit lens. So one core thing, while Canon EOS R mount is locked, it's only locked for full frame cameras, meaning if you buy anything like let's say Canon EOS R8, you will find that you cannot put third party lens and have autofocus. It will just like nope. But here you can put Sigma lenses, and Sigma will, I think they have already started mass production and selling of those. They have to just change the mount electronics and it will work with this. So if you want that Sigma prime lenses for APS-C, that is like, reasonably costed and really bright apertures, you can put those puppy on this. So it's not limiting as other system. So this is Canon EOS R50V. So this is what we are doing, and you can see like button and all that is like far more miniaturized because they are only focusing on touchscreen people, only for video. Basically, you are coming from a smartphone to this camera. So about specs, now it's basically like R50, I've already covered that. It's just that they have done some modification. First thing is they yeeted the EVF, and people are confused, is like, okay, why the heck if you have removed things from the camera, why camera weights exactly the same as the bigger, much bulkier model of R50? Well, because of this puppy. This has added thermal mass, meaning most likely it's a material like of metal or aluminum or something like that, which is just absorbs heat into itself, meaning when you start recording, the heat will be generated and this puppy will keep eating it up. And in terms of Canon's internal testing, this puppy should allow to eat enough heat that for 2 hours you should be able to go flat out without overheating warning. And be mindful, realistically speaking, because it uses tiny battery that is used in my DSLR, yeah, it will run out of battery juice long before that. So in an indoor environment, air conditioned environment, you do not even have to think about it. In outdoor environment, it should last long enough where it's like it's actually a trustworthy, reliable video camera for at least one clips of like 30, 35 minutes, 40 minutes or something like that. So it's a good thing where they put some effort into making sure that this video camera actually acts like a video camera. Ideally, you will have a cooling fan or a much better thermal fins outside of the frame rather than just embedded, but you get what you get. And again, that's why like 5D Mark II, I think, R5D Mark II, that has like cooling fan, and C series, all of them have cooling fans. Sony FX series, all of them have cooling fan. Panasonic is the one that in hybrid also they put cooling fan. So there is a reason, and that's the what they have. Fundamental change wise, that's the biggest fundamental change. They have thermal mass so that it can actually function for long enough. So that's the good part, and it has threaded hole both sides, on the bottom and on the side. Now, is that big enough deal? Well, if you have a video tripod, shut up, take money. If you don't, it's not. Like photographic tripods are designed like, I have a photographic tripod. It's designed in such a way that you can like do everything. But whenever you're talking videos, it's far more rigid, especially if you have like a large head and all that. Those are very rigid. They're not designed to like open it up, put it like this. No, they are very rigid. So in those sort of scenarios, this sort of threaded hole makes your life much easier. So for those people, it's like shut up, take money. Then you have tally lamp. Now tally lamp, is that important? Yes and no, because here's still right now I'm recording on my DSLR, which is like I think 3 meters away from me, and I can barely see a small red dot that is appearing on the screen. I generally use this remote to trigger the camera so I can see it, and it does make a audible beep, but I cannot tell you how many times in past I have like oopsed it. So having a tally lamp is kind of important kind of deal where it's like, you know what, I would love it, because again, that's how like all news anchors work. Like if you ever wondered how the heck news anchor know where to look at, and they have multiple cameras and they're cutting between each other, how the heck they know? Because they have giant tally lamp. It's like, listen to this, you really should listen to this. So that's how they do it. So they have giant red lamps, tally lamps. So that's there. Again, is it a good thing? Yes. What about second record button? I think that's the most overkill thing. It's not a cinema camera where it's like giant big block and it has to be like, big enough distance. It's like unnecessary. It could have been a function button, but okay, that's there. And they have improved from R50 to this, where they have added headphone. For a lot of people, shut up, take money. They have added remote control. Not that important, but again, if you want to do time lapse, important. HDMI output. I have no idea when they were redesigning it why the heck they did not have full-size HDMI, but and again, full-size HDMI does make your life easier. If you want to use this camera as a B cam or overhead cam, having a full-size HDMI will make your life much easier. It's not that it can't be done with micro, it's just that those cable will break often and it will become something consumable unless you have like jerry rig where it's like hardwired everything. It's like, okay, this is the camera, it's completely zip tied, it's like it's never ever gonna move out of the site. That's a different thing, but for most people, yeah, you're gonna run out of micro HDMI cables quite quickly. You'll be shocked. I have watched Louis Rossmann break micro HDMI cable while he was working, so it's one of those things. And it does have multi-function too. Now, is that useful? For certain people, yes, because if you are buying into this system and you're like, okay, I'm going all in on Canon, you can buy a microphone, shotgun sort of microphone that directly works on that. No battery charging, no cable, no mess. Shut up, take money. So that's there. So spec-wise, like biggest changes having a thermal mass, and other things are just minor add-ons. Now this camera does have a lot of WTF, which kind of bothers me. It's like, A, it's a video camera. B, it's a video camera in 2025. This has 4K 60. Yay, it has 4K 60 cropped. WTF, it's a crop on a cropped sensor. Why? Like that literally makes it like around 2.5x crop total wise. So take a 50mm lens and yeah, multiply by 2.5x. That will be the crop if you have 4K 60. And again, it's artificial limit. How do I know that it's artificial limit? Because again, SoC. I keep telling you guys, do not pay attention to sensors. Sensors are not that expensive. Unless you are talking about stacked sensor or global shutter sensor, sensor is not expensive anymore. What is expensive is the SoC. So this Digic SoC is available in both of these puppy, basically R50V and EOS R8. R8 is a cheap full frame camera that I could offer people who want to do not want to spend too much money, but they do want high quality full frame camera that they will not regret. This puppy, and not that expensive. It's literally just 1.8x the cost. And again, I can guarantee you that cost is mostly coming from the sensor. Digic 24 megapixel can do 4K 60 without crop, and Canon shocked the world the fact that they are the only company right now that I can recommend. Even Sony does not do this, where you can just get 4K 60 uncropped without any hassle. The nearest camera that can do that without hassle is Nikon Z6 Mark III and Saturn A7 III Mark A7S3. So those things are available. So 4K 60 uncropped on a full frame is very rare. Uncropped on APS-C, people are expecting that now. And again, Canon is offering that. In a video camera, they are like, no, we're not going to offer that. It's like, what the hell? I'm not comparing it to someone else. I'm comparing to their own SoC, their own body. This is frustrating. I should have put a different one, that one, APS-C one that has also, yes, there are APS-C also that has 4K 60 FPS without crop, because again, the SoC can do that. This is a completely artificial limit. And you have a giant thermal mass. It's like, WTF. So this just bothers me. This is like, no, that's just like, no, that's just cripple hammer. Another aspect is crappy LCD. The LCD has like 1024 multiplied at 680p. Like this, literally the display is 680p, not even full HD, 680p. And you're like, does that matter? Because here's the deal. Smartphone display has gone to like great lengths of improvement, but your LCD that is used in your camera, which mind you, most of them are still LCD. Thankfully, IPs has gone to OLEDs, but the display is still LCD, and that puppy is still stuck at, well, 1990. You could have bought this in 1990. It's horrendous. And again, it's actually downgrade from 1.5 million dot screen to 1.04. It's basically million dot screen. They literally rolled it back. I'm like, if you are rolling it back, cool. You are removing the EVF, cool. You are removing this and that, cool, awesome, GG. Why you are cropping the video feature also? It's like, that really is like, And again, it's a video camera. Okay, cool, awesome. It does not have IBIS. It makes it very hard to recommend. And be mindful, third-party lenses, not a lot of them have IBIS. Image stabilization. Yeah. lens image stabilization is not a mandatory thing in all the lenses. So you would be shocked, many of the lenses that are good lenses, but they have no image stabilization. So not having video lens and IBIS, it's a very messy thing. Digital IS file, it does work, but again, it crops already a cropped sensor camera. So it's like not a really good thing. And in terms of rolling shutter, that's the part where you do realize this is a cheap camera. The rolling shutter is not that good. Like, it's like, it will tell you that I'm a cheap camera. So you have to be very reasonable with what sort of things you do. So if you're like, I'm gonna buy this, I'm gonna shoot a music video, again a small scale music video, you will realize it's like, it's not great. Oh, if you have to shoot something like this, there is one trick. You can rotate the camera in the direction of the motion. So line literally moves like this. So it becomes motion blur rather than a bad thing. Again, some of the action scenes when you are seeing, and you know the camera is rolling shutter, why the heck cars are not looking like this? Many times they rotate the camera. That's a clever technique. So the rolling lines literally goes like this. It's a very clever technique. But again, you should not need to do this for a video specific camera. So it does bother me, like crapped out LCD, bottlenecked SoC, super crop inside a crop. It's like, it's just like, why? Now, I have said time and time again, because of those sort of things, it's like at this sort of low cost equipment range, it's unwise to buy, this sort of a DSLR or mirrorless APS-C sort of system, because again, the wow factor that people are expecting, they're generally expecting based on what they are observing other professionals to do. Most of those professionals have ludicrously large equipment setup. Generally, most of them, they have ludicrously large, like full frame. Some of them, I'm not even joking, they have full frame f1.4 for their video setups. Full frame f1.4, it's so, background blur would be so awesome. It's like my eyes in focus, my ears is out of focus. It's like, damn, my brother bought that A7C Mark II with 50mm f1.4 lens. Trust me, that's like, it looks so surreal that we were like, hey, how you're doing that software blur? No, it's not, it's real. Even full frame f2.8 is awesome. It's like, that is has enough of a range that your whole head can be covered. So that's really good. But you will not get that on this sort of kit lens, especially on the kit lens. It's like, nope. You have to upgrade yourself to basically Sigma prime lenses. Then you can have something that resembles like that look and feel. At that point, you are spending a lot of money. So at that time, might as well just go into Canon EOS R8. Again, if you want to be in Canon or Sony or Nikon, go YOLO on it. So, and again, if 4K 60 is important, Canon is a good choice. Even though you only buy Canon lenses, you have to upgrade to Z6 Mark III if you want 4K 60 without any crop. So, and again, Sony does have that, but all of those are expensive bodies. So, again, for that reason, your first experience from this sort of camera would be very underwhelming. Now, when I bought this Canon EOS 800T, this is the time when smartphones were becoming a thing, and photography of the smartphone was like, okay, but video was very far away. It was not on the horizon. Right now, in year 2025, if you take any modern smartphone, generally they have useful video quality, like really good, useful video quality. And compare that to kit lens of what you're gonna get on this, is like, is that really worth justifying that kind of cost? And most of the time answer would be no. So what can you do? Well, I say spend the money. Where? Well, if you have a camera, a mobile phone you are happy with, cool, awesome, don't touch it. If you want, you can buy a flagship phone. That's up to you. But place where you have to spend money is microphone. This is the primary reason why many new startups, when kids are trying to make a big on creative studio, they are content kind of world, they are falling on their face, because back in my days, 10 years ago, when you used to make a video with crappy audio, people would write comments on that. It's like, hey bro, crappy audio. And nowadays, because it's a vertically scrolling world, it's just, you won't even know why the heck nobody's cleaning. 90% of the time the audio is crappy. So trust me, get good quality audio. Which microphone? DJI Mic 2, again, it's a bit of an expensive purchase, but again, it's one of those things where it's like 99% of the time you do not have to doubt on this. It's like, this is got it. It has 32-bit float internally, meaning if you're just recording on it, you're good, you're sorted. If you're like, okay, I'm on an expo floor where I'm like, there's so much interference, and then some signal drop happens, which does happen when you have a lot of interference. This is like, I got you. 32-bit in-powered recording, I got you. And you can directly have this communicating with your mobile phone over USB-C. No wires needed. Oh, by the way, even on Bluetooth you can do that, depending on your phone. So that's why this is a good setup. And if you scale it up to other camera, again, this can be utilized. And there is also another option with Sony cameras that because again, Sony is selling so much of it that DJI is like, hey, what if we make a hot shoe mount, that interactive mount that directly removes all the wiring. You do not need that analog cable wiring. I'm like, damn, that's smart. So you can do that amazingly well with Sony. So that's why DJI Mic 2 or some equipment like that is the best investment for you. After that, what is the second most problem? People will say that if you have a smartphone, modern smartphone, especially in low lights or indoor lighting, you'll find that photos look blotchy, or video specifically looks a very like color pasted on it, especially if you are moving. Basically, if I'm here moving like this, everything like this would be very awesome, because AI will detect it that these things are not changing. It will like literally overlap, stack the photos and plaster it. No tempering would be, but because I'm moving, my face will be constantly getting smoothed up, so it looks very weird. Again, it does not matter if you're only watching in this screen, okay? It matters if you're watching in this screen or like in a cinema theater. So how can you fix that issue? Super simple. Put a butt of light, like a lot of light. The more light, the more problems are. Like one of my old school kind of creator that I used to follow was Draw with Jaza. That time I used to be an artist, and he started with a Logitech webcam. How the heck his webcam looked so good back in that day? I'm talking 2015 and 2018 kind of time frame. Well, he was smart enough that he realized while the webcam was like everybody can buy that Logitech, most people never bothered to buy light with it. He bought a giant light, like a big soft box umbrella kind of light, giant light. And again, even in this scenario that you are seeing, I have 6 tube lights. Each tube light is 20 watts. Now again, they are not video grade professional high CRI light, but they are light. Trust me, without those light, I have to increase the ISO on this camera so much it will look ugly. So if you want to use your mobile phone as a proper creator device, get a microphone, quality one, wireless one. Second thing, add light. Trust me, the more light you add, even on a crappy smartphone, you'll be like, whoa, it looks good. And this idea of like, background blur, you have to understand you can also decorate your background. Like if you could watch this exact channel, go back to like I think 4 or 5 years ago, I did not used to have this audio foam. So I did not like how it looked. So I put audio foam, it looks better. That's the whole point. Decorate your set. It would be much cheaper. You'll get much better output. So invest on a good microphone, invest on a video lights. Even cheap light will be better than nothing. And if you really want serious about it, invest into video grade professional lights. And then you'll be like shocked how good of a result you can get out of basically a basic smartphone. Or just do it next to a window, but make sure you have a white curtain on it so it diffuses the light. Then you will be shocked as like, I never knew smartphone can do something awesome. It can very easily. So there are alternatives, and again, you can even buy low cost gimbals, and then you can run again. That's why I said wireless microphone, and both of this will cost less than what that camera will cost with a kit lens, and this will give you far easier to use and far less, oh I can't do this, oh I can't do that, and live stream and all that. This is like, bro, I am the king in that department. So there are alternatives. That's why I'm never on the support of like this sort of cheap camera, especially if Canon is like, oh, the same SoC, I know the SoC can do it, but what if we cripple it? What if we F the customer? I'm like, no. So that's why this is the recommended. Get a better wireless microphone, put a lot of light, your smartphone is more than good enough. Trust me. So this was my presentation on basically this Canon EOS R50 video camera. Hopefully you have liked it, learned from it. In that case, please click the like button, share it amongst a friend. That will help me a lot. If you didn't like it, didn't enjoy it, I urge you to press dislike, press it twice to show me extra disappointment. Please leave a comment because I do try to reply to all of them. Subscribe, press the bell icon if you're free, and as always, thanks for watching.